Helder's Power Cleaner and RetroSix's Dehum kit are designed to eliminate audio interference in your Game Boy Advance SP. Their purpose is identical and their installation is near identical, so let's put one in. We'll have to start by disassembling the SP. Remove the battery door by using a Phillips head screwdriver. Once the battery is out, switch to a tri-head driver and remove the screw that was underneath the battery. You'll need to remove the 4 tri-head screws in each corner and the one just at the entrance to the cartridge holder. With those 6 screws removed, you can take off the bottom half of the shell. Switch back to a Phillips head and remove the 3 Phillips head screws that are holding in the board. When those are removed, lift up the front of the board similar to a clamshell to access the ribbon cable. Be very mindful of the ribbon so you don't damage it. Push up on the 2 tabs to open the ribbon cable holder and you'll be able to remove the ribbon. Then remove the buttons and the silicone. Now we're ready to install. Both kits have these solder points. RetroSix's is pre-tinned, where Helders you'll have to tin yourself. These 4 solder points are going to connect to either side of C47 and C63 here. Identically, both of them have power input. RetroSix's, however, uses a second pad. Both kits are going to solder to pin 2 on the power switch. When I install either of these, I start by tinning the pads that I'm going to use. With Helders kit, you'll tin the top 4 points as well as the bottom point, and with RetroSix's, you won't have to tin the top points, but you'll have to tin the bottom 2 points. I found it a little easier if you pre-tin leg 2 on the power switch. This will help you just merge the 2 solder points together. Once everything's prepared, we can start installing the kit. Both kits are designed to fit perfectly into place, so you don't have to do much adjusting at all. I like to start on the power switch to anchor it so when I move over to the capacitors, the ribbon's not moving around. If you pre-tinned the ribbon and the leg, you'll just need to merge the 2 solder blobs together. Make sure you double check the temperature on your soldering iron or else you might burn the ribbon like this a little bit. It still functions, it just looks bad. You can use the exact same technique for both points on RetroSix's kit. That second point just solders to the housing of the power switch. Line up your last pads to the capacitors and then drag your solder from the ribbon over to the capacitor. I've tried pre-tinning the ends of the capacitors and I found it actually makes it more difficult, so I prefer to do it this way. It's the exact same with RetroSix's kit, just drag over the pre-soldered blobs. And that's it, you've successfully installed a Dehum or a power cleaning kit. Now if you've installed one of these kits and your Game Boy is no longer powering on, check continuity on both sides of F2 here, as it's most likely the culprit. If you like this tutorial, hit the thumbs up button there and consider subscribing if you want to see some more. Now before tackling your project here, I'd like to recommend maybe checking out some other guides, some other videos. That way you can see if there's any other easier methods or methods that work easier for you. Now if you're interested, there's merch down in the description, and as always, let's save the consoles.